We live, Coach Bryant.
Hey, live.
What's up, everybody? How is happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Hits and Heels. This is the Thanksgiving edition. Oh, we got a lot going on this week. So, anyway, my name is Coach Terri Bryant. I am the co-founder and host of Hits and Heels. This is my husband, Coach Cisco Bryant, who made me a football coach, which is where I got the name Hits and Heels from. Me and my co-host Danny Wright. Well, actually, she came up with the name. I didn't come up with it, and I agreed with it. And listen, so we come on every week and we talk sports. I love being able to highlight mostly women in sports, and because I used to coach women's football. I don't coach it anymore. Now I'm on the admin side, and so now I still coach middle school football. And we just took a loss a couple weeks ago, and we talked about that the last week. But we've had 6 successful seasons as middle school coaches, and we're absolutely proud of ourselves about that. So anyway, so we're gonna go on, and some of the things we're gonna talk about this week is number one is tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Coach Bryant.
Yes, ma'am.
What is if there was a football player that you could invite for Thanksgiving tomorrow, who would it be?
Wow, good question. Football player that I can invite. I heard the question. I didn't mean to repeat it. Sorry about that, Coach. Well, I guess it ain't really that hard, because the one that I would invite, he's passed away. That would be Jack Tatum of the Oakland Raiders. They call me the assassin. And the other one actually would have been O.J. Simpson of the Buffalo Bills back in the day. But now it would be Roger Staubach of the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. Roger the Dodger.
That's who you would invite for Thanksgiving.
That's who I would invite for Thanksgiving. Of all the football players that's in, then my next would have been James Lofton. Okay. This is me showing my age. Those are the ones I grew up with.
Go ahead.
And so, to answer your question truthfully, it is about what, if you will, I like.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And, when I grew up, Staubach was the man, and OJ was the man, and Jack Tatum was the man. And LT's in there too, but back in the day, there's no question. It should be right now Roger Staubach. So let me reverse it.
Uh-oh. I don't have no idea.
You're going to ask me a question. And
I know. Then I didn't even think of my own answer. Who would I invite to Thanksgiving? I know who I would invite.
Who?
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban.
I would invite Nick Saban.
Well,
if he would come.
Okay. The only problem about inviting Nick Saban, babe, is we wouldn't be eating. We'll be listening.
Yes, and that's the point.
Yeah, we'll be listening, because he is an amazing coach, motivator.
And I would love to be able to just sit and pick his brain.
Yeah, I have to admit that. That's a good choice, but I'm at awe with Staubach. So
I get that. Yeah. These good people love the Staubach. Okay. So what do we got going on? Okay, so tomorrow are you getting up with me in the morning and going to go see our babies at Frederick Douglass?
Yeah,
Frederick at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Who?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, we can have brunch. Breakfast. Let's try brunch. Yeah, you got to agree with me. Let's try brunch. So.
Yes, I think Nick would be a good one too, Priscilla. Thank you.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And what she means by our babies is at Frederick Douglass. I get ridiculed, Roll Tide. Okay. I get ridiculed quite often about my relationship with Frederick Douglass. And what it is even though our son is now gone off the University of Kentucky, but we coach at Crawford Middle School, and our kids' feeder is Frederick Douglass. Majority of our kids,
probably 95%.
95%, and and they are our babies. I mean, once they're in our program at Crawford, they stay a part of our program, Absolutely. And we stay academically as well. We keep well aware of their academics as well as their behavior, and
we do
and sometimes
we can't keep up with them. Absolutely
right, and sometimes they push back like, hold up, coach.
Yeah.
But their well-being means a lot to us. So I'll let you know when I roll over at 7 how I feel. I didn't commit to that, if you noticed.
Because I get up and cook most of the stuff in the morning. I think most of it I put on before I go over there. But I am going to go over there to see my babies. Because I definitely want to see them through. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Aunt Mary. Thank you. And I will tell your great nephew hello. And
yes.
Mary says hello.
Yes, I see.
Okay, so my bad, man. Okay, so we have that on a Monday, and then Friday we have 4 local schools in regional championships.
Yes, we have Lexington Christian. Frederick Douglass,
all our private schools.
We have Sarah, and we have Lexington Catholic.
So we only have one public school, and all of our private schools are all in the regionals.
And that is in regional. If you don't know, means Final Four. And
Final Four.
They have a chance to go out to the state championship game, and I guess the first one is Lexington Catholic. Coach Nick, took over the program a few years ago and has got them back into the promised land. And Coach, we're proud of you. And my goal is not saying it's going to happen, but I'm gonna put that out there. And if you know them, let them know if they're listening. Let them know that when they all 4 win, we would love them to be on the show next week. As this is not my show, and I just gotta. I know better. I should ask permission first. But with that said, I just wanted to throw that out there. That'd be a pretty good thing. And that's Lexington Catholic is 3A, and they're in it. Then we also have Lexington Christian, which is 4A, which Coach Burbridge, Cornell Burbridge coaches are part of the team, and that's what Doug, and he's coach has done a fantastic job, and this hopefully will be in the last few years his 3rd trip in the championship game. We're wishing for that, definitely, because him and I go way back as good friends, and heck of a coach, heck of a person, and then all of a sudden you go with Coach McPeak with Frederick Douglass. And what a great job he's done at Frederick Douglass. I don't really care if people like it or not. He's done a fantastic job. He's done a fantastic job. Yes, and changing pieces.
6 in a row.
Of a regional championship.
That's huge. Who else has done that? Where else they doing that at? Nobody.
Oh, okay. All right. So with that said, that's amazing as well. And then the reason why I put Sarah last, not because they're last, but I just want to put this out here for everybody to hear this. A few years ago, we needed helmets. And Coach Penn with Sarah's going to the Final Four. Coach Penn, I said Penn, yeah, and it's going to the Final Four. But we needed helmets, and we communicated with Lexington schools.
We did.
And did we get some helmets?
We did not.
We did not. And Coach Shad Pennington came through with some helmets. He was like, I can help you out, but they're going to be blue. And I was just like, thank you. And then midway during the season, he ended up saying he switched them out to the whites because they were going to go with the blue helmets at the end. And I'm wishing him luck.
Absolutely. Definitely, I'm rooting for him.
And also congratulations to his son who committed. I want to say he's Dayton.
Oh, I thought it was Miami, Ohio.
Okay, we're gonna mess that up.
We done messed that
But the
up.
bottom line is, for him and his wife,
I thought we were going to the
congratulations.
same place. Haskins was going. Maybe
Oh.
not. I might be wrong.
Okay, I could be wrong. I should have looked it up, but it doesn't matter. It's still love. He's still getting an opportunity, and then his other son is coming up next year, and so how proud is him and the missus.
You know, two kids coming back and forth. Remind me of the Keys with two kids that are just
doing it. Well, they got a third one. They got a third.
And the third one, or the Neils.
The Neils. Yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that said, so congratulations on that. So.
Absolutely. Okay, so Friday after that, and then Saturday, Coach Bryant, is the Governor's Cup.
Ice Cup. It's gonna be
cold.
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold though.
So with that is Kentucky's. We went down to Texas this past weekend.
We went and had a ball.
Had a great time.
Had a great time.
Great people.
I got
great
to see
fans.
some of my people. Got to see my sister and some of my great friends. Yeah. It was a good time.
It really was, and there.
We got invited to a great tailgate with a Texas tailgate with the Arnolds. That was a good time.
Doug, and yes, that was a very good time, and that was very thankful for him to to invite us, and it was a Texas thing.
It was a Texas thing,
and then we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it tremendously. So
we did, and
our
son Brock made it up.
Yeah, Brock Palmer, who we end up coaching, he actually playing for baseball.
Yeah, for University of Texas, San Antonio.
There we go. I didn't know. but anyway, he came up to the game, Ty, and him embrace, because they go way back.
What, 7? What was it? 8, 9, and 10?
9 and 10.
It was only 9 and 10? I thought it was 8,
8, 9 and 10. It could have been 8, 9 and 10. Yeah. But the point is that was great seeing him. He is a young man that I tell the story all the time. If he don't make it in baseball, which he will,
he'll make it as
a model. He'd go to New York and be a young person. So what that is, we had a great time. Their facility, if you've never been to Austin, Texas.
Off the chain.
Yeah, it is very nice. It is.
Nice. You can tell they got that old oil money down there.
They got a lot of money down there because that facility and they had a little trophy area.
Yes,
I've never seen that.
That's part of the stadium.
That's part of the stadium. Yeah.
Yes,
and that was
absolutely just mind blowing,
unbelievable.
Because it showcased every sport. It had all of their championships in there. And so I saw one with rowing. I mean, just whatever sport, if they made any type of championship, the championship trophy was in this whole, it was like a wall it was more than like a wall. It was almost like a museum.
It was a museum.
Yeah, it was a museum. Yes.
It was.
And it's a part of their stadium.
Yeah. So as you leaving or coming, you can actually walk through it. And
absolutely.
And it was nice.
It was nice.
It was first class. And the stadium was loud. And the people, the Texan people we sat around reminded me a lot of Ole Miss people.
They were very polite. Just chill. They weren't obnoxious.
I mean, we didn't really go anywhere.
One lady that at the end of this thing that kind of got on my nerves, and but I thought I was, I was gonna have to throw some hands, but luckily we didn't. I have not had to act a fool at a game yet, and I'm so thankful.
I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Ooh, I'm so thankful. Amen. So that was exciting. And staying on UK football, it's been a little bit. And how do you feel about this year, Terry? As I asked you the question on your show,
I think.
Hold it, I got to do it right. Miss Coach, go ahead.
Well, when you're looking at the score, I mean our record, it sounds like that it's very. It sounds, Mr. Brown, it sounds like we had a disappointing year.
We did,
and it was a disappointing. Well,
it's disappointing.
It was a disappointing year. I have to admit, but when the some of the games that we should have won, some of those teams ended up being way better than what we expected. I mean, we lost to South Carolina, and they ended up having a
pretty good year.
They ended up having a great year. They weren't a bottom team. Florida made a great, I guess must have peaked right when we played them, because they had some great games
and
after
they
we
won
played
again,
them, and they won again, and they had some great games after that. They actually, and I think there's only three of us, three teams in the SEC, and we're one of them that won't make a bowl game. Because even Florida and a lot of those teams that weren't supposed to be good are bowl eligible this year.
Well, I hear commentators talking about the SEC, and they made a comment how the SEC may have to go and play in cold weather. And so I just want the cold weather teams, why don't we play the SEC in August when it's hot? I mean, it's an advantage for cold weather teams because you're playing it in December.
Yes.
Okay, so it is an advantage for you, especially based on this 12. Especially on this 12 game, 12 team championship, if you will, bracket, and it makes a big difference. The weather makes a huge difference because in Texas, my wife was talking about living in Austin, beautiful. Oh my God, again. But I said, babe, it's 80 degrees. And she goes, yeah, that's nice. It's November. Now imagine what it's going to be like in August, July. It's going to be hot. So we're debating about that. That's a little bit too hot for the kids. That's all I'm saying.
But it gets hot here, so what's the difference?
We get moments. That's real hot.
Mr. Brown, it gets hot here, don't it? It gets hot here. Okay. So anyway, so go back to your question. I felt like some of the teams that we played, like Vandy came out of nowhere, where they put together a team. Nobody had no idea. They got out of you come out of the transfer portal, you have no idea how these players are going to respond to the new systems that they're in, and they actually, they stepped up their game. They did a great job of putting together a great team that competed in the SEC, when Vandy is normally one of those teams that, that is on the bottom where we are right now. Right. Yeah. And so, and even Coach Saban I mentioned Coach Saban earlier. He even made a comment when they were getting ready to play Alabama. He was like, there's one thing about it, is that Vandy is one of those teams that we know is going to be a win. It's like a guaranteed win. But they took down the number one Alabama. So
at that
particular time, they played Texas pretty well. Yeah. I thought you know what? This is how I feel, Coach Bryant. This is real talk. We should be a top 10 team at Kentucky, because we should have beat Texas. I don't know what happened with South Carolina, but it just seemed like maybe we just weren't ready to play. I have no idea what was going on with South Carolina. But after the South Carolina game, we should have beat Texas. We beat Ole Miss. We went to Tennessee. We should have beat Tennessee. We just came from Texas. We should have beat Texas. When I'm looking at the mistakes that we made, not what the other team did, just the mistakes, the self-inflicted mistakes that we made of just not being disciplined and not or missing a tackle or just something that is self-inflicted, then that tells me that we have a great team. We should be a top 10 team. Now, mind you, because we coach, so it's very difficult to play a flawless game.
True.
Very difficult to play a flawless game. And so you really have to play flawless. You can't turn the ball over. You can't you just can't miss. What's my favorite word? You just can't miss on defense.
Right.
You can't miss. That type of thing. And then on offense, I don't know what to say on off. I don't know what to say on offense. But I know in the second half of the game, I was very proud of how Cutter played, and
who's going to be starting.
It was nothing like his debut when he played against Florida. Florida.
I thought they put him out there.
Yes,
I thought they put him out there, and so.
And I don't think he was prepared to play at that particular time.
You got to be mentally.
And you should always. I guess you always should be ready to play.
It's easy to say,
and that's easy to say.
It's easy to say. So when he went into halftime, they probably told him he was going to start the second half at Texas, and mentally he got ready to play. Because what do I say? I've been saying it for
the game is mental.
The game is so mental,
like 90% mental.
And people who never played it, and never played at two levels, the three levels, if you will, high school, college, and pros. If you never played even at the one level, the two level, or the three level, you don't truly understand how mental this game is. Because I say it all the time, everybody lifts weights. Everybody runs. Everybody's eating good food. Right. Everybody understands what they need to do with their body. But the young people really have to understand the mental aspect of this game, and that's watching film and learning how to watch film.
Yes.
Because you remember the first time you and I watched film,
you had to really break down a lot.
I had to tell you
a whole lot of stuff.
I said, hold up, no, that's not what you're looking at. You're looking at this. And going back to the University of Kentucky, and with that said, is I think the disappointing part is sometimes, and that's every kid on the team, every coaching staff, you have to make yourself want it more than the opposing team.
Yes.
And I'm not throwing salt. It's a fact. You got to want it so much.
Yes.
That it bothers you if you lose. I remember God rest his soul, who coached me at the University of Kentucky, and that is Coach Terri Claiborne. He used to say all the time, a piece of him died when he lost.
Oh.
And that's what he used to say.
But we feel like that.
Yeah, because
when we lose,
especially
that last
one. Oh yeah, we gotta go there. We're not gonna go there. Because when I'm still. I think my wife, and I'm gonna say this, and then we'll move back to the University of Kentucky. But my wife said this is the first time that we've been together, and we have an anniversary coming up on December the 1st. See, you thought I forgot? Yeah. I have an anniversary coming up in a few days. On Sunday, December the 1st, and she said, "I've never seen you so devastating." After a loss for more than a day or 2 days.
Normally you get over, like one of the best attributes that you have that I don't know if a lot of people know because we're close is you get over stuff quick. Like you don't fester over stuff at all. Like you're like, okay, bam, it's a moment, boom, we over it, move on.
Move over.
Yeah.
But
on this one
hurt.
Yeah,
this one hurt.
I never seen you,
and I'm still living. I was living it yesterday.
We just talked about it yesterday. Yeah, I never seen you wallow in a loss this long.
Yeah, because it hurt. It hurt a lot, and it's going back to University of Kentucky and the start. The starting quarterback. They already announced Coach who's the starting quarterback.
Cut is the starter quarterback for the Governor's Cup. Yeah, because Jag said that this is going to be one of the best Governor Cup games in years. I thought last year's game was good.
Oh, it was hype up there.
Oh, when we was in Louisville, because we were down, right? Weren't we down 10 points? Else damn. We were down 10 and we came back and won that game. And it was a great game.
It was a roller coaster.
Ride. It went back and forth a couple times.
And what people don't understand, Coach Stoops said it best on his Monday talk show or conference or whatever they call it. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter anything.
Absolutely.
It's about. But Louisville is going to fight harder because I think we've won 6 straight.
And this is probably with us being or appearing to be down. I can't say we're down. We appear to be down. Mm-hmm. They're going to think that they have a chance to win this year.
Right.
At home. Plus, we haven't won a game at home besides
Murray.
Besides Murray.
I didn't realize
No, Southern Miss. Southern Miss and Murray, the only 2 games we won at home.
Yeah.
We didn't win any conference games.
Yes, we didn't win any conference games.
We didn't win any conference games at home. So I can see them thinking that they can, and and again, it's gonna be cold. So whoever's gonna be that's gonna come prepared, that can weather the weather.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Is going to prevail. I don't know what type of crowd we're going to have this weekend. I was looking at
I think
tickets for some friends, and the tickets were still high.
Yeah, I think, babe, on that matter, if you think about it, I think it go back to what the headman said. It has a lot to do with this is a rivalry game.
It's a rivalry.
I mean,
a true rivalry.
This is true rivalry.
I mean, it's got to be one of the best rivalry games, just like the Iron Bowl, or just like Michigan and Ohio State. It's got to be up there in all sports. Because when I went to the girls' game the other day when we played Louisville, oh my God, that's the first time the girls have beat Louisville in probably 6-7 years.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that because
it was a great game.
Yeah, you had me sitting out in the car for an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. No, I mean that. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Because enjoy that, because I am so proud of, as we stay UK, but we talk about the lady. I get in trouble because I call them the lady cats.
What they call them? Hoops.
The lady hoops or the hoops.
I don't know.
But the bottom line is we're giving them their props, and they are ladies. I've been on campus, and they are so first class young ladies.
Yeah, they're playing now. As a matter of fact, I think they're playing in Nashville, or they're finishing up a game.
Yeah, and UK boys play tomorrow, or they're playing tonight. I can't remember.
I thought they played yesterday.
No, they played last night.
They played last night,
and they looked.
That was a good game. That was Western.
They played WKU.
Yeah.
WKW. Oh, Western's in the same city as the Bowling Green Purples, right?
Yes, Coach Bryant.
Okay, I'm just checking, make sure people know. In the Bowling Green Purples. And speaking of Bowling Green, can I throw that plug in?
Yes.
Okay, they actually play South Warren, who beat Bowling Green early in the season. Coach Smith, who's the son of Coach Chuck Smith, who's a legend. I mean, he's unbelievable. Coach, oh my God, he is one of the best high school coach ever. Good college coach, but one of the best high school coach ever. Mm-hmm. And his son is doing the same thing at South Warren, and in Bowling Green. I said it twice on purpose, people. But they play Bowling Green High. I think the game should be at South Warren on Friday, and I wish Coach Smith well. Great young man, and Coach Chuck, you're my man. But let's do this Bowling Green High. Okay, I'm off with the purples.
Okay. Well, Mr. Brown said in rival games, coldness doesn't affect the players. Rivalries are different. Yeah, I think they're ready to play. I mean, I wish most players or teams would show up the way they show up to a rivalry game every game.
But it goes back to mental.
I get it. It's a mental.
It's a mental.
Like, you've got to figure out, like, you got to act like every game is a rivalry game and not just come
it's
up.
Well, let me stay on that moment. That's a good statement you said there, Coach. That Oklahoma's coach made it crystal clear. It's been very mentally difficult for his babies being in the SEC this year.
Yes.
And playing back to back to back. And we've said this many times on your show.
Yes.
People don't understand how hard it is to play in the SEC because you get beat up so much. Yeah. So mentally, rivalry is, I got to do it again. I got to do it again. It's easy.
Like, look at us. We just played Texas. And now we got to turn around and play Louisville, who's ranked.
Yes.
at home, and it's a rivalry game.
And Louisville in Texas is got a great team, great squad. Mentally, you're saying, okay, we're gonna play them tight. You ain't blowing us out. And during the game, we had momentum was switching back over. Momentum was moving.
We could have easily won that game.
Yes. And people don't realize that.
We could have easily won that game because there was a point in the game
Third
where we went forward on a 4th and 1, we probably, and we didn't make it. But had we made it, that could have been a momentum changer. We missed a field goal because the clutch normally doesn't miss any field goals.
Oh, he's a bubblegum card.
Yes,
he's a bubblegum card kid. Yes, he's a bubble.
Yes, he don't miss.
Yeah, I mean
but he missed one that day.
But what do I do all the time to our kids? I go like this.
Yeah, you're human.
You're human. Yeah, absolutely. Makes him human. Right. And people in the stands was blah, 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 blah. He's human. He doesn't. Only one person walked on water. That is Jesus. And she's laughing because I say that all the time. Only one person. One. Don't think you walk on water. All right. And what that said is, why are you laughing?
Because you're just so funny.
Oh, I'm funny. So anyway, we got Texas at 10-1 and Georgia at 9-2. Tennessee is.
So who do you gonna think who's gonna be in the SEC championship? Texas and Georgia again, a rematch?
No.
We got to see who wins because Texas and Texas A&M play this weekend.
Yes.
And there's another game.
Texas A&M's 8-3.
Somebody's playing Clemson.
Well, if it's last game of the season, that'll be the route. That'll be South Carolina. Should be South Carolina playing Clemson.
Who's Georgia playing? I can't remember who Georgia.
I don't know who Georgia's playing.
But there's a couple of games that could actually where there's it could flip who played in the championship game.
Right. I feel important. I bought my.
You bought your. I know. I like that. I like how you bought your little.
Yeah, I'm technology.
Little I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm technology.
He said a terrible call on.
Oh, on who?
On Harrison on Max. Was the 60 call that was the key play that changed the momentum?
It was a big part. Yeah, I mean, here's the part. See, don't go to, and I mean this. Who said that? Mr. Brown. That's a good statement. Here's the part that I have a problem with, and I hope people, because they don't chime in, they may listen to our show.
Okay.
And I mean, an R is in yours.
Yeah.
Okay. I always say to officials, see it, don't anticipate it.
Yeah.
And a lot of officials anticipate.
Yes.
That's what they think they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of letting the play happen. Like you watch an umpire in baseball, a lot of them do this. That's the reason why they don't miss too many calls. They really don't. Because they'll go and they'll pause to see it in their brain before they go boom or before they go safe.
Okay. And
that's why a lot of baseball umpires really don't miss too many calls. I'm talking about the major league in college. They really don't. College officials miss a lot of calls.
They miss a lot of calls.
High school officials miss a lot of calls.
And middle school officials.
Well, they're the same. They miss a lot of calls. It's because they don't wait so their brain can catch up with the
there's a late flag. And I'm like, that was late. But
then we see it.
Yes.
He saw it.
He saw it, but then it had to register and he had to process it, and then he threw his flag. Instead of just throwing the flag or not throwing the flag.
Yeah, or making a touchdown call that didn't happen. Okay.
Okay, we know.
All right.
Because you anticipated the touchdown.
Well, you thought you saw.
You thought you saw what you saw.
Yeah, but the big guy in the sky don't lie.
The big guy in the sky
don't lie. It don't lie.
Don't lie. Mr. Brown, I know I saw your post about the quarterbacks was the central reason the UK was losing in the winner.
Mr. Brown, my dog. I don't think you can circle it. Yeah. I don't think you can circle, from my personal opinion. Let me say this.
Yeah.
From my opinion, you can't circle it because there's many times we jump off sides.
Yeah.
There's many times we get a false start. There's many times that we get something. And we, as in the University of Kentucky, And I keep saying,
or on defense,
that
we didn't get off the field when we should have got off the field.
There's companies that's in the United States, they're successful because everybody's doing their job. That's SEC football. Everybody now, Alabama right now is 8-3. Alabama ain't lost 3 games in forever in a season. But the problem is there's a breakdown somewhere.
Yes.
And like last week when Oklahoma did what they did, but the breakdown was that horrible call on that official, that holding call, that he had no reason to grab the tight end, grab the end, and the play is going to the opposite side, and he gets the call against him.
Yeah.
It's a big part of the quarterback play. I get it.
Yes.
It is. But also where the quarterback is weak, somebody
else has to be strong.
Somebody's got to be strong.
Be strong.
That's how you win national titles. That's how you win.
Because there was even a play in the Texas game. I think we were on 3rd down, and the ball goes right through the wide receiver's hands.
Yes.
You know,
and he's not saying, I think I'm going to miss the ball.
Right.
It happened.
It happens. Right. But there was just so many different things that can happen that can go our way that could help us to win a game as opposed to when it doesn't go our way.
Right. And that's one of the big things that I talk about all the time. It goes back to that word momentum / mental.
Yes.
Because, the football is a game of mental.
Momentum.
Yes, big time.
Yes.
It's huge because this momentum starts going like this, and all of a sudden, if Kentucky made a play, we would have beat Texas.
Yes.
There is no question about it. The third quarter, they fumbled the ball 3 times in a row.
They had 6 fumbles.
But they gave it to us back to back to back.
Yeah.
And the point is, that's sports. I get it. But with that said, you have to. And I see what you said, but quarterback is a big play, but you can't have quarterback play if you ain't blocking. Every quarterback is a great quarterback if you give him time to throw. Yeah. I mean, if you watch Peyton Manning back in the day, how come none of his offensive linemen made the Pro Bowl? They held and grabbed all the time. You look at Kansas City Chiefs, you don't tell me they don't hold, and they just don't call it on them. But if they did, there's a big difference in 2nd and 20 and 2nd and 10.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. With Kentucky, we're always behind the chains.
Always behind the chains.
We're always behind the chains. So if everything, I think even on this game, on 3rd down, we average more than 10 yards on 3rd down.
Right.
And we were only 2 for like 12 on 3rd down.
And there's a reason why it's always 1st and 10. It tells you how hard it is to get 10 yards in the beginning. Yeah. And now you make it 1st and 20. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an offensive coordinator. Don't ever want to be an offensive coordinator. But with that said, I don't want to do none on offense. But
I don't want to be.
You are an offensive coordinator. But with that said, is not too many offensive coordinators have a play for 1st and 20.
I do.
What play you got on 1st and 20? You said 1st and 20.
1st and 20. Okay, 1st and 20.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do.
I'm
gonna go trips on one side.
And I'm blitzing on the trip side.
And I know you're gonna trip. Yeah, because on the other side, I'm gonna have my best wide receiver on the other side, and I know you're gonna blitz on that side too. I know.
When you're in bed and you get cold, you put when we go to a hotel and it's cold in the room, you want a what?
A blanket.
I'm a blanket that receiver.
I know you are.
I'm a blanket that receiver.
I know you are. But if I have a Barryon Brown, I'm at get 5 of it. Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you. At least get 5 of it back. I'm not saying get all 20 of it or whatever.
If you get 5 yards and make it 2nd and 15,
I'm going to spread the field.
You can spread the field all you want. I'm blitzing.
Okay.
I'm blitzing.
I know you're gonna blitz.
I'm blitzing.
I know you're gonna blitz.
That safety's coming down.
I know
that
you're
corner's coming. We're rolling.
Everybody's coming, and we're going over the top of them.
Over the top. my DBs make 2.5.
I know they do. I know they do.
In middle school, they make 2.5 million.
In middle school, I know they do.
AKA Deion Sanders.
Okay, but I don't know. I gotta play. That's all I'm saying. So,
well, the whole key is but if you go, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but if you go 1st and 20 and you get 5, I win. I win. It's got to be 2nd and 9, 2nd and 11.
Yeah.
If it's 2nd and 15, guys, I'm sorry. As a defensive coach,
I'm still blitzing.
I'm winning.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to win on defense when you're behind the chains like that anyway, though. Unless you can get separate, unless you have some wide receivers that can get the proper separation from the DBs. Yeah, I'm just saying. We talk like this all day. Anyway, okay. So Mr. Bryant, I still got your comment up. You mentioned the Colorado and Coach Prime team have been tortured by a bad call. I'm gonna tell you right now, that call that was on Shedeur.
That hit the quarterback. Let him hit any other quarterback in America.
Any other quarterback in America, everybody would have lost their freaking mind.
See, I don't get that. Why do you hate on talent?
Yes.
He is blessed.
Yes.
I mean, there is no question. There's still that's your word.
That's my word.
And that's the daughter's word. That's it. On the Heisman Trophy winner.
Both of them.
No, he's not with the receiver DB. What's his name?
Hunter.
Oh my gosh. I'm just saying that is what we say, the bad boy that plays for the 49ers. That's McCaffrey stuff.
Some McCaffrey stuff, yes.
That is McCaffrey.
Yes.
And he's over Cheese McCaffrey because he plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what anybody said. That's McCaffrey stuff. Yeah. And I'm not using his name, but that's the standard that the media made McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And let's be real. He played for my 49ers. But McCaffrey is a bad boy. He's bad. But Hunter is a bad man.
He is.
That young, hey, every school in the nation would love to have a Hunter.
Absolutely.
And Colorado got him. And then they're hating on, happy Thanksgiving to you too, boss. All right. Bang, bang, Nana game. And that's the part that I never understand. And being on this earth as long as I have, is sometimes just let it be because it is.
Yeah.
That's it. Hunter is the Heisman Trophy winner. I'm sorry.
I think he's a
he does too much on both sides of the ball.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner, and he's the national Paul Hornady player because he does everything.
Oh, he Paul Hornady. We'll send him in Louisville. Now, we're fortunate we can go to it. We'll see him in Louisville. He's the Paul Hornady Award. There's no question. What?
He said, man, we're struggling.
Man, we're more than struggling. We're not talking about my Niners. And your Niners. We're more than struggling. And who the heck is Allen? Brandon Allen as a quarterback. Oh, my gosh. What? I never heard of the dude.
Oh, Dr. Cleveland, what's up? Hey, Dr. Cleveland, I just sent you the link.
Yeah, is he coming on? I hope he comes on.
I hope he come on.
Dr. Cleveland, please come on because this we're switching subject. Yeah. You see, I got excited.
You got excited.
I got excited. That's our dude, man. He does so much
for the community
and for young people.
And
he I mean him and with his wife, and they just got so much time. It's been many times that he's actually, please come on. He's actually has came in our building at the school I'm at, and he has brought in unbelievable. And so he's that dude. He is 100. If y'all don't know him, Google him, get to know him. He's an amazing man that has done so much for the community, so much for our young people. And then
shout out Dr. Cleveland.
And he's with doing so much, he's still did so much for his kids.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't forget his home, and that's what makes him a true man. And I'm sorry, I got to say,
I know.
that's my man.
We love Dr. Cleveland.
We love Dr. Cleveland.
He is the man when it comes to education and
Roger Cleveland.
I know several people that he helped with their get their doctorate program.
Yes.
I mean, he's even there for Jay.
He's amazing.
For our daughter, he has a great relationship with our daughter, and we're definitely appreciative.
And it's not about sports with him. It's about the academics and sports and the whole 9 yards.
But you can't have the sports without the academics, and he is the man when it comes to that.
He is the man. He hasn't came on. So when I'm good, text him and yell at him.
I sent it to him on instant messenger.
Okay, instant messages.
Yeah, I sent it on instant messenger. I didn't text it.
Okay.
You got his number.
Yeah, of course. He's unbelievable. So anyway,
Mr. Brown. So you said they're saying that Hunter should win the gym. I saw something today, Mr. Brown, that listed like 10 different things that he has a chance of winning. He could win because that's where I saw the Paul Hornet was on that list.
And his GPA is 3.8.9. That's Hunter. Love it.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it.
Very intelligent young man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I see this one, Mr. Brown. The season was tilted in the Georgia game and 4th and 8. We should have went for it, and perhaps the season is different. Ooh, we talked about that before. I thought it was the best decision.
What? I didn't.
I know you didn't.
I didn't.
And this is why I thought it was the best decision, because there was 2 opportunities where, number one, we should have got off the field.
Wait, baby, wait. Here's the problem is we don't know that situation. That situation happened after he didn't go for it. But we wouldn't have known that.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about present and at the moment.
If we would have made it.
But we don't know it. That's my point.
We don't know. Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh my God.
But it ended up being a great.
You remember our anniversary is on December 1st.
It's on the first.
Okay, all right. I just throw that in because she was about to come at me. All right. Y'all saw that, right? She about to come at me. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Because our son got a forced fumble. Ty Bryant got a forced to fumble.
Talking all that mess.
And we did not fall on the ball. I'm just saying. And then there was another time where we had them 3rd and long. I forgot what it was, like 3 and 17 or something like that. We had them behind the chains, and we let them catch the freaking ball. You knew they were going to throw it.
They caught the ball.
They caught the ball.
We didn't let them.
They caught the ball, and we let them.
You see that aggressiveness when it comes to sports?
We let them catch the ball. We shouldn't have let them catch the ball.
You know what that is, people. So I'm telling you right now what that is. That is frustration of the Dallas Cowboys.
We just beat the Commanders. We don't have a quarterback. And we got a stupid owner. And we got a new defense. And we should have got a new offensive coordinator, but what?
Whoa. I know it's your show. We're not talking about the Cowboys. I'm sorry.
We're talking about the Cowboys.
Hold on.
You brought the Cowboys up. I haven't even brought the Cowboys up.
Let me move out of the way in case you didn't see it. Let me move out of the way because you did see it.
You're the one that brought up the Cowboys. See, I hadn't even brought up the Cowboys. And you brought them up. Okay. So anyway, I'm not ready. Y'all not ready to be fooling with this food today.
Goose.
I am not getting ready to be fooling with you today. I'm like, hold on. We struggling too. We struggling. Go get your dog. Go get your dog. Go get your dog.
That's all you gotta do.
He got to holler at the dog. He's over there. Okay, Coach Bryant. Okay, Coach Bryant. Okay,
so what else?
Okay, I had some other questions. So,
what's your other question?
if our son could only inherit one thing from your coaching philosophy, what would you want it to be?
Oh, who said that?
I asked that.
Oh my Lord.
That's my question.
We need to work on getting me ready for it. But we don't discuss anything, guys, before we get on. It is it's more than just a word.
Yeah, because he may want to coach. He was talking about maybe he would want to be the coach. So what would be what would you think? What would you want him to inherit from your coaching philosophy?
Detail. Be very detailed as a coach, and
the
little things, and again, I got that from. Oh yes, I got that from Jerry Claiborne.
Yeah,
it's and Coach Wilson Sears of Bowling Green High.
Yeah,
and they programmed in me the little things, and I programmed that in the tie. And I say this real quick, and the reason why we start smiling because Dr. Cleveland actually is coming on. We're gonna put him on the air, and I'm sorry, I'm getting all happy that he's an amazing person. He's our dude. But real quickly, baby, I just think that's anything you do, because details doesn't also mean taking the right step. It is studying harder.
Yes,
it is going to bed early. Going to sleep, eating right.
Not putting
chemicals in your body,
sodas and junk food in your body.
So let's go ahead and put him on.
So, guys, we have a guest. I asked Dr. Cleveland to come on, and he obliged.
Yeah, because I was going to talk about you if you didn't come on.
That's why I jumped on. I had no intentions. I was just hollering at you all. I'll check your show out periodically when I get a chance. And so I heard Cisco giving me grief, so I said I better jump on. I'm not gonna stay on. I'm not gonna stay on long.
No, we're not gonna stay on long. But please introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and what you mean to us, please.
My name is Roger Cleveland.
Dr.
Roger Cleveland.
Okay.
And been in education about 23 years. Spent a lot of time the last 20 years working with BMW, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to pop on real quick, because when I think about BMW, and I think about your son, I mean, he's the epitome of a student athlete. We've had him since 6th grade, and I just watched him how he carried himself through middle school and high school and now the University of Kentucky. And it's partly because of him, and it's partly because of you all. And I just want to come on there and say that, give you all a shout out, and also Ty.
Okay, now we have to go back because some people don't know what BMW means. They might think it's a car. So
BMW Academy is a program that focuses on African American males. Our primary focus is on academics and leadership, and we started in 2005. It'll be 20 years in about 20 something days. So we started that with 25 students at Leestown Middle School, and now we have close to 500 students from kindergarten to 12th grade. And Carter G. Woodson Academy was born out of BMW in 2012.
Wow, that's
fantastic.
That's fantastic.
And shout out to the founder.
Yeah, Roz Aikens.
Roz Aikens, yes. Right. I mean, that's
my girl.
Yes. But and from your perspective, because you do a lot here in Lexington and Richmond, because if I'm correct, you graduated from Richmond or K-State? I forget.
Say it again.
Which university did you graduate from?
I went to Morehead State.
Okay, Morehead State.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you get your master's and your doctorate in? What school?
I got my master's at Union College while I was coaching down there, coaching football, and I got my doctorate at University of Cincinnati, Bearcats.
The Bearcats. Okay,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was Ty's second choice.
That was Ty's second choice.
And that I thought he was going, was the Bearcats. Yes, I don't know. A lot of people realize that.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
Yeah,
that was his second choice if Kentucky didn't fall through.
Yeah. So my question to you, Dr. Cleveland, is what has been the biggest plus for you doing this for 20 years? What is the biggest plus that you can tell people that you don't talk about a lot?
Actually, the biggest plus is really when I'm at Walmart, Chick-fil-A, Target, Fayette Mall, and I run into scholars that have graduated from high school and some are still in college, and many of them are like uh, working, doing extreme. We got guys working at Google, Microsoft. People own their
Wow.
own businesses. Got the masters. We got some working on their doctorate. So when I see them, um, you know, late 20s, early 30s, and doing their thing, that's probably the biggest part because you put all that energy into them and you pour into them, and then their gift is to capitalize on the gift that God gave them. So that's probably the
Absolutely.
biggest plus. Mhm.
That is beautiful, and I guess also the same thing that we do as coaches as well is for them to give back when they get in that position,
Mhm.
to give back to their community, give back to the young people as well, because that's definitely what you do.
Yeah, and speaking of giving back, I need to get you on the list to come back. You haven't been in a while. We've had you 3 or 4 times, Cisco. So I need you to
Yeah,
come back and holler at those guys for me.
I would love to. Now, also we have to give props to your wife who allows, and I don't use the word allow as in like you're a child, you're a grown man,
Yeah.
but she's got that understanding. And a lot of times in situations, male or female,
Hmm.
when that male or female is doing it, that support is when you come in the door, you don't hear kick, 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 kick.
Yeah.
And and that's gotta be a big thing for your beautiful wife
Oh
who
yeah, I
supports you.
mean, yeah, you're right on it because you're spending, and this is almost 20 years in Lexington, but I was living in Cincinnati. I did a mentoring program there with Cincinnati Youth Collaborative with African American males. So it's 20 here, 5 there, and she's always yes, she has allowed me to do that. And
Yeah.
the cool thing about that, I'm running around with kids and participating in BMW and done. I'm getting my hustle on around the country and consulting. But at the
Yes.
same
Different
time,
places.
we have 3 kids, and
Yes.
and she's been the backbone of that. And I got to brag on them. The oldest just passed her last medical board. She's about to be a doctor in May. The other 2 are finishing their masters this year.
What kind of doctor?
She's gonna be family practice. Hmm.
Yes, and I hope she's staying here because Lord knows I need a family practice.
Well, she has,
I've been
she has to
looking
do her
for a PCP.
yeah, she has to do her residency. So more than likely,
Uh,
it won't be in Kentucky. But so 2 of them are at UK. My son's at UK getting his master's African American Studies and International Studies, and then my daughter, his twin sister, is at EKU getting her master's in forensic psychology. So they wouldn't be able to do that unless my wife was handling her business here also while I was doing other things.
yeah.
But yeah, so
Well, and
shout
that's
out to
got
her.
to be. I was talking to a gentleman who has 3 sons, and what that said is, all 3 of them has followed a good suit because
Mhm.
he's out there in front, he's doing his thing. So, and still timing on what we're talking about, your family, that's got to be a blessing for you because sometimes our babies don't follow what we are preaching. Amen.
Exactly. You're right on it.
I mean,
Exactly.
you set a great example of being a doctor in education, and so you've already set the bar high. And
Yes.
we always want our children. Well, for us, we
Us
want our
and you too
children
as well.
to exceed what we do.
Yes.
And so you kind of set the bar high for your children. But I love that it sounds like that they've accepted the challenge to exceed that
Yeah.
in their endeavors. I love it.
Yeah, they I have to say it. They probably saved me about $250,000. Cause they had I tell people all the time, so you handle your business. You come through, my son went through BMW from 6th grade on. It wasn't an option. Yeah, you getting up on Saturday and you going to Bracktown, you're gonna take care of
There you
business.
go.
It wasn't an option and things like I just tell them that they don't have to be, in the front of the crowd. They don't have to be the chair of the board. I said if you
Mhm.
operate within your gift, you don't have to sit at the head of the table because no matter where you sit or stand, the table will shift. They're gonna
Okay.
come. They're gonna come to you at some point in time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I said it before is before I really got to know who you were, I knew of you, and
Mhm.
I was very honored. I think the first time we ever met, I I'm sitting there shaking your hand, you just staring at me like, okay, you know, but it was like I just heard a lot of stuff that you're doing and still doing. And I truly mean this, Dr. Cleveland. I am so blessed to call you a friend. I'm so blessed to know you. And I'm so glad for your input on our child.
Yes.
And
on both of our children.
Yes, both of our kids.
Don't forget Dr. Jalen now.
Dr. Jalen.
Dr. Jalen, she's doing a thing. Yeah. Oh, I don't forget her because you know I'm a little bit overbearing when it comes to her.
Yeah.
That's my baby girl right there.
Yeah, she's a strong sister, and I got to run into her, and she told me she was doing her thing. And was the second year of a doctoral program, second or third year?
Yes, sir.
Second year.
Yeah,
second year, and you know, and the funniest little story I love to tell, which you can relate as we go personal. I'm not gonna say nobody's name. I get a phone call, and it's Jay, and Jay says, "Mom gave my room up." I was like, "What? What do you mean you gave your room up? I'm coming home and I gotta get a hotel because she put somebody in my room." I was like, "I'll call you right back." That's not happening. That's my baby right there. That is definitely.
Well, I can only imagine, especially with Ty playing ball at Douglas and then at UK. How many kids y'all have y'all's house the last 6 or 7 years?
Oh yeah,
we've had quite a bit. And the thing,
it's been a blessing though.
It's been a blessing. Like you can relate to that, and it's been a blessing. The hardest thing I never forget when Ty was younger, and I walked up to him and with your 3 babies you had to go through and what they had to go through, and I said, Ty, I can't say this if you go out and do this. Yeah, you're making me look bad here. And remember, we had that. Ty and I had that talk when he was very young. Yeah, and he bought into it.
And then even as a coach,
coach,
he says, if I'm a coach, you can't go and do certain things, and then I'm trying to coach other players, and then you don't do what I coach. I coach.
Yeah,
and he was very coachable.
Yeah, and that's going back. Yeah, it's going back on your 3 siblings, because it's gotta be.
That's gotta be
it's gotta be tough because you put the standard up here on academics, behavior, and that standard. So again, if you don't mind, I know you spoke on a little bit. If you can speak on it again, is that got to be very tough for your kids as they were growing up. It's easy now because they're grown. But as they're growing up, you're doing what you're doing. So,
yeah, I when they were leaving high school, each one was about where they're going to college and things like that. I made that a priority, but I didn't tell them where they were going, and I didn't tell them what to major in, and I didn't tell them what kind of creative. I just wanted them to be doing something positive and be focused. I didn't say you had to go to this school or that school.
Okay.
Nothing. I just said you're gonna do something. Because I found working with students, if you try to force them to go somewhere they really want to go, they're going for you.
Yeah.
And when they're going for you, they're not gonna put all their all into it. So I held them accountable.
Right.
I didn't tell them what they had to do. I just had to say you do something positive and productive. So I didn't put that kind of pressure on them. I didn't want to do that. So I thought that was really important not to do that.
Well, I laugh and say this, Dr. Cleveland, is I remember a young man Jay was seeing, and I didn't think he was cool enough to be with her, if you will. And I never told her I didn't like him, because if I did, she might have liked him more.
Exactly. You forced it right over to her, right? And I'm gonna make Daddy mad, just to piss him off. I'm gonna just go in even closer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody's is good enough for her. So, and I'm pretty sure her dad thinks the same thing. So, we just hope that God brings that right person to our baby.
Hey, Carl Keener.
Yeah.
So you got Carl's number, send him the link.
I don't know if I do or not. But again, in my mind, and I say it again, I've said it twice, and I just want you to know that if I don't say it enough, I don't see you enough, that we truly appreciate your love and what you've done in Fayette County, and that's a legend to me, and I mean that because, like I said before, and not having a hallmark moment, but like I said before, is I didn't know you, and I was so fond to get to know you. And I mean that a lot.
Well, I appreciate that, my brother, and you all keep doing what y'all doing. You all set the bar, and you done a great job with your children also, and we appreciate what you all do too. I'm just have to. I'm gonna give you to January, February. And I'm gonna hit you up and say, come on
All
back out to
right.
Bracktown and
Love to.
bring your beautiful wife, because
Yes.
black women always ran things, so
Hey, it's the way it is. I mean, we understand because we're married to some strong ones, so
Hey,
we
so
understand.
you think about it, we had a program for African American males, but who was the founder? A black woman,
Black
so
woman.
A black woman.
uh
I said this at the school that I'm at, and I used to say in the beginning, remember, I used to say, I don't understand why we want to get strong black women
mhm,
for our young black females, because the majority of the black females are raising males. And I said, my dad died when I was 2, and
mhm,
I have a fantastic stepdad who I call dad, not stepdad, I call him dad. But my mom raised me. But I got to a certain level. My mom used to say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 stop acting like me. You're a man. Don't act that way." And then, which was I didn't understand what she meant. She said, "Now go hang out with this uncle, not that uncle, but this one." And the one she wanted me to hang out, I didn't want to hang out with, is because of that reason, because he was strong and he was teaching me discipline. But at that young age, I didn't understand that. So again, I will say this, and she's going to chime in as well, but thank you so much for what you do.
Absolutely.
And I mean that.
Thank you.
Forget everything else. You do so much. And again, for the backing of your beautiful wife who gives you the opportunity to do that. And she's doing her thing based on the 3 young people that y'all have risen and to put in the society.
oh yeah, she's the rock. Ain't no question
Yes.
about it. She's the
Amen.
rock. So I appreciate you all's time doing. I'll pop in next time, not to be a guest. I just want to listen. I'm not.
No problem. No
Be a
problem.
guest
No
all the
problem.
time.
No problem.
Well, I say that, Dr. Cleveland, ain't my show.
Hey, stay in your place, man. Stay in your place. Hey,
Yes.
y'all have a great holiday, and
Happy Thanksgiving to you
yeah,
and your family.
tell Ty I said what's up, and I'll talk to you all.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes,
Much love.
See
All
y'all
Have a
later.
good one.
Dr.
Bye.
Cleveland, amazing, amazing man. Wow. That's a wow. That's a wow. And speaking of wow,
Speaking of
wow,
happy Thanksgiving. What's going on? Hold on, I'm going to bring you on there.
Oh, Lord. You have
So-
just trashed your show.
That's okay.
you didn't crash.
Look,
We
look
saw
who I
you
got
later.
set. Look how I got her dressed tonight.
Oh, we did?
All Kentucky,
Yeah.
ready to roll.
You didn't crash the
You
show.
didn't crash the show.
Terry, I didn't mean to scare you the other day at the ball game when I was calling your name. You was looking around everywhere except up.
Yeah, I couldn't find. I said, somebody is calling me. Are they calling me? Are they calling somebody else?
Oh, me. Well, I was scrolling through. I just sat down. I was scrolling through, and I said, well, I got to see what my people's talking about.
Hey, we just talking football.
Just chopping it up.
So we got you on here. Okay, so for all that, my dog is getting on my nerve. So,
Go ahead.
just go ahead and get it back. So for those that don't know,
Shadow, stop.
Keenan, his son is number 50. He is our backup center,
Correct?
backup center at the University of Kentucky, and this was his first year. Y'all are from Alabama, so tell us about how we got one more game left. So how did this first year? How did it go for you?
Well, this is actually his second year. He redshirted last year. He came in with Ty.
He redshirted first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he and Ty were roommates.
Yeah, that's right. Him and Ty were roommates.
Yeah. So Kobe had a bunch of offers, and he decided after meeting Coach Stoops and Yinzer and going up to a couple of trips up there, and there again met Ty and some of the other guys, he just fell in love with Kentucky, and he said, Dad, that's where I'm going. And it really shocked me because I had never been to Kentucky. I don't even know well, I've been to Kentucky, but I've never been to a game, so I better rephrase that. And we figured he would be Alabama or Auburn or Mississippi State or Ole Miss, somewhere close, but he went up there and he has fallen in love with the place. And We have too. I mean, if it was where I could work there, I probably would just move up there and hang out with y'all more.
That'd be great.
We have a ball too.
That'd be great.
That's
Now,
it.
but guys, understanding this is the dad of one of the University of Kentucky football player. He's a lineman out of Alabama. We got him in Kentucky, which doesn't happen too often. And you just heard his comment on that. And we're excited. Him and Ty Bryant was roommates, and the first thing that he wanted to figure out, I remember, was where do I hunt and where do I fish?
That's it. And look, that's all he wants to do to this day. So his goal is to own his own hunting lodge at some point when he gets older. And I said, look, you got a dream. Now you just got to live it.
Amen.
I love it.
Amen.
I love it. So what has been your best experience
thus far?
Well, I know you asked that question because you know what the answer is. I would say meeting you two. So
wow.
You know what to say.
Send that money.
Just give it to me.
Cash
Just give
out
it to me Saturday.
Cash out to it. Hey, hold on. Go look it out.
There you go. I don't know of a Saturday that, other than last Saturday, that I didn't talk to you guys before, during, or after the game since we've been there. So it's been fun. The only thing that's really tough for me as a parent is, just not winning enough, and that's something that's tough for me to see. So, because most everybody on the team came from winning schools. Yes, absolutely. And there again, he came from a school where played in a couple state championships, won one, and a lot of those kids come in. Most all of them are used to winning, and it's you can see it in their face. But I think that this year we're going to turn it around. I think that it's going to be interested with the portal to see who stays and who goes. But as of right this second, I would say that he has every intention of being back unless they don't want him back. So
that ain't happening.
Man, hey, look, everybody thinks they know about the portal. They think these kids up and leave, but some of them are asked to leave. So
many of them. So my next question to you and the family and the traveling and all what's going on is how tough it's been. It's a follow-up on what you've already said, but how tough has it been when you talk to him and you look in your son, not a player for the University of Kentucky? There, I try to tell people those are two different hats.
Yep.
Okay. When you look in your son's eyes, and maybe he didn't get as much playing time as he thought he should get that game. Yep. And then losing on the top of it, how tough it is not to, how hard it's been to build him back up mentally.
So the way things transpired with him was, and I think the other reason that he really chose Kentucky too was, Eli was going to be a fifth-year senior last year. He was going to come in redshirt. They literally told him the plan. They came in the house and said, look, this is our plan. And Eli was going to be, a fifth-year senior. Well, then because of the COVID and, whatever other, he wound up coming back. So, he was not upset. And, and I would tell Eli and his parents and all of them, we're not upset. And we love Eli. But, he came in, he was wanting to play and get an opportunity, but it just didn't work out. And I told him, I said, son, God could be protecting you from something you don't know. Wow. I said, but
I love that.
If nothing else, you'll be ready. I said, you'll be this will be your third year coming up, and you'll get your fair shot. And if they bring people in, they bring people in. You just got to beat them out. So everything's going to be on the fair. So that's how we've addressed it with him, because he's a very smart young man, and he's also has a lot of he's got good faith in God and God's plan for him. And he made a comment that I can't remember the guy's name that started for 2 years there, and I think he's one of the highest paid centers out of in the NFL from Kentucky. And so he's like, look, I still got 3 more years to play, so we'll see what happens.
Right. I love it.
So.
You got a question? I got another.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, my next question is going to change it a little bit, but staying in the family. So I hear you got like 2 to 3 jobs to pay for this wedding that's about to happen.
Man, look, we can't go X-rated. We can't go X-rated on this show now. I know. I've watched it before. They about to kill me.
What I'm getting to is this is a beautiful daughter. He's about to great young man. I met him every single weekend. He's a fantastic person, and have a wedding coming up soon. Correct?
I believe, if I'm not unless they've changed it, it's May 10th, and yeah, I've started doing Ubers, delivering pizzas at night. I've taken on 4 or 5 extra jobs. So, yeah,
well,
it's been
congratulations
crazy.
On that part.
Congratulations, and she's so beautiful.
Yeah. She takes after her daddy, which is a good thing.
Say it again.
I said it's a good thing she takes after her daddy.
Okay, where's mom at? Where's mom at?
She's over here about to sleep.
Yeah, your wife is gorgeous.
You know what I tell everybody? You know what I tell everybody, don't you? They see how big Kobe is, and I'm saying, oh yeah, he's big like his mama. And then they see her, and they're like, she ain't big. So anyway,
so I got to come back with this. Okay, how long you been married?
28 years.
You can get away with that.
That's it. I told her the other day, I said, we've been married 28 years. And I said, it only feels like I've been underwater for, 10 minutes without a breathing apparatus. And she hit me.
What number are we on? Coming up December the 1st. 12 years. So I can't say that yet, but I'm going to write it down for future.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one. Oh, me. Hey, love to see you guys. Y'all know I think of y'all just as like my own family, and love to see y'all every Saturday. And look, we're going to at some point
on Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to make some point to where we're going to come up early if I can ever get a day off, because there again I'm working 5 jobs to pay for this wedding. But next year we're going to come up early and spend a few days with y'all before the games, and we're going to hang out some more.
Okay, that'd be great. And the reason why I had to throw in the job, Mr. Coach Bryant, was this, is because she wants the daughter wants a wedding, not a wedding. She wants a wedding, correct?
Oh, she wants a wedding, if that's what you think. Yes. We had to tie it down just a little bit, because it started off that we was going to the cathedral, in Rome, I reckon, and so we wound up getting it a little bit closer to home. So, but she is a straight up trip. I don't know. She loves her brother, and she graduated from Auburn University, and the first game that she missed was the Auburn and Kentucky game because she was homesick. So that didn't go well with her. So anyway.
Well, that was one of the questions you asked me earlier, and if you want to ask that question, remember, why not Auburn?
Yeah, why did you go to Auburn?
So
y'all are big Auburn fans.
So that was during the Harsin debacle there at Auburn, and there was no way that that was going to ever go down. And there again, I'm not sure the other gentleman, I didn't catch his name, but he made a good point that, look, he didn't tell him what to do, but you're going to do something. But I didn't tell him nothing, because I didn't want to come back years down the road.
We didn't either.
It was the same way with
we didn't either.
Tyler was the same way too. She was like, I'm not going there.
Yeah, it was his decision. So we can appreciate and understand that a lot. Yeah, we definitely can. So so anyway, be safe coming down.
Yeah, Mr. Brown said, do you fish with your son?
Yes, I have spent many a days fishing with him. I haven't in the last 2 years because, we're road warriors. We're wide open to get to the game, and we're trying to hurry up and get back home to get ready to start the next week. So, but yes, we spent many a days fishing. So,
I love it. Well, I say it again. When I first met him, oh my gosh, he's, yes sir, no sir, and he's just a beautiful person. I remember I was telling my wife I saw him. And just for no reason, and that's a character based on his mom and dad, and I mean that and he was like, well, I've been busy a lot, so I'm buying my girlfriend some flowers. Yeah. I saw him buying some flowers, and I just thought, that's a character. He realizes I'm busy. Let her know I didn't forget about her, and that comes from home training. It really does.
I promise you, he got that from his mama. I try to go to the cemetery and get the ones that look like they need to be replaced and put them in a vase and bring them. I said, look, honey, I got you some flowers. I said, that's the best I can do.
As long as she don't know where they came from. hey, just go to Kroger's and grab a little Kroger tag and put on
That's
top
it.
of it.
Let's go Kroger. And,
Love
yes,
your
sir.
sense of humor. That was exactly. I mean, we met at your official visit, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
At Scoop's house.
Yeah, at Stu's house.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the first time we talked, and I fell in love with your personality then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't seen what's so crazy is I ain't changed at all. And
when his son walked up, I went like this.
So I used to could handle him, but now I just tell him, say, look, you got to fall asleep at some time, and I do have a little that I can swing.
I understand that. I get
Yeah.
that same thing because Ty's put on a little weight as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want those problems. I'm good.
All right. Well, I'll let y'all get back to y'all regular scheduled programming.
We'll see you on Sunday.
It's the last game, so we will make it a point. We'll see you at the catwalk or at the family group thing, but definitely at the catwalk. We will make a point to make sure we get our hugs and salutations with this being the last game.
Yes, ma'am. We love you guys, and we'll see
Love
you
you
Saturday.
too. All right. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Wow.
So I know who this is. Nathan Morton, I know that you are a Louisville fan.
What do you say?
Don't be coming on my show talking about Kentucky Blue. You seeing too much Kentucky Blue. About that.
Hey,
Stephen D. Brown, thank you.
Hey, no. Let's make sure we're on the right page on this, son. I can appreciate that, but we like Louisville unless they're playing Kentucky.
We like Louisville.
We like
they're playing
every
Kentucky.
Kentucky
Kentucky team.
Yeah, I mean we're not.
We're not like that.
We're not like
that.
that.
The only time we have a problem with L's down is when they're playing Kentucky.
They're playing Kentucky because their head coach and assistant coach. But I mean, I know them.
I have a friend who her husband is on the staff for Louisville.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I like Coach Bryant.
Yeah. Oh my God, and
he's a great guy. We met his dad.
Met his dad.
Paul Hornick thing.
So we want to make sure the record is right. Yeah. And is when they play in Kentucky, we're all UK.
We are
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
We're all UK. So as usual, I'm gonna walk away.
You ain't gotta go nowhere.
I'm gonna walk away.
I got some more questions.
For who?
For you.
Oh, for me. Oh man.
I
thought I was going away.
But
that was so good. And his son, number 50.
Yes. Okay. What's your proudest moment as a coach, and how does it compare to your proudest moment as a dad?
My proudest moment as a coach is, I can truly say this. I was coaching at I know this. I was coaching at PLD, Paul Lawrence Dunbar, and we just beat Boone County. A major upset. That moment right there when we stopped him on the goal line and the official made the right call. He did not get in. And with that said, that was my and as a dad, my proudest moment is when Ty achieved 4.3 GPA. And when people walk up to me and say, I met your son. He is
such a great
he's
kid.
A great young man.
Yes, I get that.
And that's a proud moment because you try to install that in your child, but when they get out here in the world, if you can't see my hand moving, yes, out here in the world, you hope that they take that value, and that goes back to what Dr. Cleveland was saying about his 3 babies, and him and his wife has done for them. And as you can tell, I'm a Dr. Cleveland fan.
I'm a Dr. Cleveland fan.
Yeah, I'm a Dr. Cleveland fan. And so with that said, I think that is, to answer your question, is the proudest moment is when our son grows up and he's never has said, I can say this, he has never said when I'm talking to him about this, that, and the other, I'm grown. Yeah, Pops, I'm grown. He still values what I say to him because I backed off tremendously because he is growing up to be a man. And And being a man is my wording toward my son. And I tell young people that has kids all the time, when a kid gets to a certain age, you got to change your wording toward them, because that don't work. You got to go to this, because now they're at that age, and so to answer your question, I know it's a long moment.
That's okay.
So go ahead.
So what's your most memorable Kentucky versus the Louisville game you've ever watched?
We were over the Scots house.
I remember that.
And I want to say that Jackson was a junior or a senior or whatever that year. I can't remember.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and they were playing at Louisville, and they were supposed to blow Kentucky out.
Yeah.
And Kentucky got that dub.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is Scott, my man, is Louisville. Oh my God.
His house.
His whole house is Louisville. And you impressed with that.
Yes.
Because it's nice. You'd be like, hey, that's nice.
It's nice.
You just wish it was blue and white.
Yeah.
And that's probably my most memorable, thank you, of a game between Kentucky and Louisville.
Okay. So what are the keys for Kentucky to pull off this win on Saturday?
The key to them is
because we got a new quarter. We're starting Cutter.
Well, here's the thing: is everybody likes new. Everybody likes the backup quarterback. That's to make sure we understand it.
Yes.
If the starting quarterback is winning, and see, backup quarterbacks needs to run for either mayor or city councilman. They will win because everybody likes them. Because again, the biggest thing that's going to come of this is film watching. I'm a defensive coach.
On the film, because you're watching.
You watch it in Tennessee
and from the Texas game,
right? And you're watching. Okay, where's his feet landed when he wants to go to who?
Yeah.
What play is called? So that's where him being a young quarterback with unbelievable talent. Oh my God, unbelievable talent.
He's still young.
He's still young. And the difference is I'm a defensive coordinator. I'm gonna spend 6 hours watching your tendencies.
Yeah.
And that's where he's going to get a negative, and how does he respond back to that positive?
Right.
And he's capable. Don't get me wrong, because I was very impressed with him when I saw him
against Texas. He was
no, and I saw him in high school, and I just thought,
I just don't count high school.
Oh, I count high school because you can see, and I'm not a psychic. I believe in Jesus Christ, but I could see he's that guy.
Okay.
I mean, just like there's certain players you can see him in high school and say, "Oh,
yeah,
they're that guy." That's what I mean. He's
I'll
that
take
guy.
That.
He's that guy.
I'll take that. So, Mr. Brown, yes, we are enjoying Thanksgiving in Lexington.
Family's on the way down right now.
Family is on the way. I am cooking the one time out of the 365 days.
Hold on. Here's the problem I have with her. First of all, she's from the South. Second of all, she can cook. Very, 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 very well. You can even add and keep adding. And when she cooks, I'm like, you cooking? because she can't cook. I mean, most people that don't cook can't cook, but she can burn. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And, I'm weighing 223 right now. I'm going to be 250. 250. And again, Mr. Brown, if I don't forget to say this, happy Thanksgiving and your blessings, and we appreciate you so much.
Now, if you were coaching in the Governor's Cup, what would your game plan be?
Well, I'm a defensive guy. I'm blitzing, and on offense, I'm throwing. I'm throwing the ball. And I've said that before, and this is a fact, and you've heard me say that. I've always believed Kentucky this year should have been throwing, running, not running, throwing, because you've got some receivers and some tight ends, and you base block it, and you keep a back end to protect, and you throw the ball. And that's just my personal opinion, but I have that right to have an opinion because I'm intelligent.
Yeah, but when we threw the ball.
No. I'm saying, but if you throw it and throw it and throw it, no, if you throw it whenever, you're not going to be successful. I'm saying if I throw a 30-yard out route or a 30-yard dig route, 30-yard slant route, post route, I'm coming. I'm coming back and I'm throwing it again.
I agree.
And again.
And again.
And because I just felt like this year's personnel, based on injuries, that we were more of a receiving team than a running team.
Because we were so light at the running back.
Based on injuries.
Yes, because of injuries.
Nothing against the babies that was back there.
Absolutely.
But there's a difference in a runner and a running back. Right. And you hear me say it all the time. And our running backs got a little injured, and we had some runners that was very good and had potential to get a Bubblegum card.
Yeah.
But the difference is this year with the receivers we had and the tight ends we had at the University of Kentucky, that I thought it would have opened up the running game. And that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's called an opinion.
Gotcha. So do you which Thanksgiving dish best represents your coaching style?
Macaroni and cheese.
Why is that?
Because, I got that nice cheese thing going. It's hard to get through that defense, baby. It's thick. Nice. It's thick. It's thick. So, yeah, you tried to get me on that one.
I tried to get you on this one. So what's one thing you're most thankful for in football this year? And then we'll wrap it up.
That I'm still blessed to be coaching with you.
Oh, babe, don't do that to me.
No, it's real talk. And what people don't understand is it's only one time in 6 years that I actually had to say I'm the head coach, and then you get no regret after, if you know what I'm saying, Mills. But it is. It's been fun coaching with you. It's fun. It's fun running ideas off of you. It's fun when you get frustrated with me, and he does get frustrated with me, and I have to explain to you why I'm doing it a certain way, and it's teaching you to be a type of coach, to understand that when you make decisions as a head coach, and what Stoops is going through, which every coach goes through,
I can't imagine what Stoops is going through.
It's a bigger picture. Yes. And people don't see the bigger picture. People only see the small picture because they don't have to be the head coach.
Right.
Or the CEO of a major company.
And it's easy being a couch coach.
Because
being on the sidelines or behind the TV or behind a computer.
Right. But I say it all the time, though. I'm always going to be either 0 for 2, 1 for 2. But everybody else is always going to be 2 for 2. Because if I choose the right thing, everybody, and this is what Coach Stoops feels like, they choose the right thing. And then if I choose the wrong thing, everybody's going to choose the right thing.
Yes.
And so that's what coaches go through. That's what Coach Stoops. And I don't care. And somebody made a comment on my phone. He gets paid. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter what he's getting paid.
He's getting paid his worth. Yes. And his worth is that. That doesn't matter.
SEC school, and $8 million of his contract is to be able to ignore the naysayers and the couch coaches,
right? Because
that's stressful.
The thing is about it is I'm pretty sure he's sitting in when he's doing his coaches meeting. Let me call a play that's not going to work. And I say that all the time with people, and I'm not just saying it because Ty's there. I said it before Ty got there. I think Stu's been there a little bit longer than Ty's been there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been there
my point.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is, I said that before, it's the hardest job he has is that. And then people think that that's all. If you watch his passion on the sideline, when an official blows a call,
oh my God, he's going off.
I don't know how he does not get a flag.
He's going off.
Being a official myself, I don't know what he's saying, but I'm pretty sure it looks like he's speaking French.
It does.
So anyway, to answer your question, I hope I did.
You did.
And
well,
like
thank
I said,
you for being a great co-host as usual.
And
Mr. Brown said that my podcast is best when you're on here. So I just wanted to make you my permanent.
No, that's all right. This is your show. This is your show. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It'll still be my show.
And for everybody that didn't come on and everybody listen, let me say this before I walk off: is happy Thanksgiving, and please be thankful for what, and if you got an issue with a family member, fix it. Because unless you know something I don't know, God doesn't promise us tomorrow. So make sure, and that's real talk. And I say this again, thank everybody for coming on. And with that said, is Brown, you know, we always got mad love for you. And I'm telling you right now, I'm about to put the census out on like I did Dr. Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah, and so get Brown to come on.
Said that he will come on after Thanksgiving.
Oh, he did?
He did say
okay, that. Then I can't put the census on you. You already done answered that. So anyway, love to all of you. Peace. Go Cats. And how about those Niners?
Thanks, babe. Oh, I agree, Mr. Brown, wholeheartedly. You threw the ball, although we ran the ball down Georgia's throat. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great thought. Yeah, that was a great thought. That was good. Anyway, so for those of you all that if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. You're welcome, Mr. Brown. Thank you always for coming on and engaging and helping with the podcast and bringing the great questions. So guys, go to YouTube and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, and from there you can get the notifications on when we go live. And as you can see, if I know you and we're friends and I got your text message or you're on instant messenger, I'm if you show your face on here, especially if it's just me and Coach Bryant. Now, if I have a special guest, it might be hard to bring you on because I want to bring on my special guest. But I love the cameo appearances because we don't use a script at all. And I just send the link out and they just come on. Last week we had Coach Jag come on, Coach Ozon came on, and I forgot who I got booked next week. But y'all always know we're gonna bring it. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Make sure you go and support the kids on Friday night if you can. If you can make your way to Trinity to watch the Ducks play or watch any of the local teams play. Make sure we support our kids. Basketball is coming up. Make sure we still continue to support all the sports in Lexington. It's always Lexington versus everybody else. And for those that live outside of Lexington, thank you all for coming in and engaging and watching. If you're someone that wants to be a guest on my podcast, hey, just happen to reach out and we can probably work that out and see if we can make that out. I love hearing people's stories. We got some great stories that are going to be coming up in the near future.
Hey, don't forget they ended by wishing all the Lexington schools well on Friday. Okay,
and again, we wish the best of luck to all of the Lexington schools on Friday in your regional championship games. And hey, Lexington versus everybody else. Make sure y'all bring those regional trophies home. We love y'all. Peace and hair grease and all that type of stuff. Thank you, and I love you. Bye.